Ewan is back in today. We're going to do a single day, not a double. If you remember Ewan from a few videos ago, we worked on the koala tattoo on his animal leg sleeve. Most of his leg sleeve that we've started a little while ago were pictures from his Australia trip. So he went on holiday, no, he went traveling, holiday. When does it become traveling or just called a holiday? There must be like a time period. Anyway, these are all pictures that he took that we turned into tattoos. And then he wants a whale shark to go next. The koala wasn't actually one of his pictures, but we agreed that we're gonna have to branch out a little bit. So these are some of his whale shark pictures that he took, I guess when he went diving. I'm a little bit unsure how good that would be as tattoos. I think maybe that one. We're gonna have to see when he's in, because where we're putting it, it's like round the back of the hamstring, just above the knee. Because he's already got, we did this one on the back of his leg. The plan is, because of the blue background of the sea, and then the blue background that we already have behind that bird that we did, they will blend in nicely together. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick look for some more whale sharks, just so I can have some more references, just in case those pictures he took aren't suitable. So we'll discuss all of that when I see him in the studio, but I'm just gonna have a quick look for some whale shark pictures, and then not gonna stencil anything up just until we're both 100% on what it is we're doing. And then I'll just do it in the studio. It's not going to take too long. I might even fill a gallery today because it's just a single image. It's going to be simple. Yeah, I'm going to make breakfast and then get cracking. There is absolutely no way in hell you would ever catch me swimming with a shark. You're absolutely out of your mind. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, come on, mate. Look. That's it compared to a bus. Yeah. They would swallow you, they wouldn't even have to chew. People are crazy. Like, people are actually out of their minds. What is wrong with walking around on Earth? I get going to the beach, but fuck no. No, mate. No way. Yeah, goodbye. Breakfast this morning is going to be a big pile of leftovers. Got some leftover mince. Have some leftover boar. Yes, you have boobies. And I'm going to be making boar, mince, chorizo, cheese, tomato omelets. Let's freaking go. Also, we're in a habit of all of the fat that's left over from when we cook a big joint of meat. Like when we cook the wild boar, all of the fat that's left over, we save it and then we cook with that. And it also just makes everything taste better when you have wild boar lard flavoured around your eggs. Delightful. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit intimidated by today's breakfast. Behemoth! Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a bit big.
Is that a bit much?
I guess I'm having it sweet.
If we carry on eating like this, guys, this channel's going to become a mukbang channel very quickly. I think having 3 meats was a sign not to have 6 eggs.
You have 6 eggs?
No, we're close. We're close. We can do it. That'll do. That'll do. Delightful. See you at the studio. So the plan was Jodie's going to take the car, drop me here with a baby in the back, obviously. It's only a 10-minute drive, so she can keep the car and go shopping with her mum today. Now, he screamed and cried the whole way here. It was only a 10-minute drive, so that's threw us off completely. Now she's here at work with me, feeding him, and then now we've realised, oh shit, we didn't bring his change of clothes, nappies, anything like that, because we thought it was literally just going to be there and back. Now he's here, he's eating, it's a risky game, he might shit his pants. It's thrown everything off, but I'm going to do the quickest setup you've ever seen so we can crack on with the day. It's going to start off looking like this, and then it's going to finish looking like this. New tattoo apprentice. You ready to pull some crispy lines, boy? How's Koala Ewan?
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck, man, that feels well nice. As per. Look at that. Where are we going today then?
Round here somewhere?
Yeah, oh man, you're gonna hate me. I'm not knocking any money off for the self-service.
Hey?
I said I'm not knocking any money off for the self-service.
Yeah,
So they're obviously the ones you took. These are a few others which are quite clear. A bit more of the front of their mouth. I know you're biased with the ones that you took.
I didn't take them.
You didn't?
No.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. I thought you went diving and.
Yeah, I did. I was there.
But you did. Oh, they is who you were with.
The
took it.
photographer took them.
Oh, well then in that case then.
I do prefer more of the body though.
Yeah.
Like, because then you can see the spots and.
Yeah. There's only so much of these spots that's even possible anyway. Like.
Yeah.
Let's see the gap again. Like.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to go.
Weird.
It's a thin. It's gonna have to go up, sort of. Depends how high we're even gonna do as well. Because if you had one of these sort of angles, that's quite full body. Not so much on that one, but even that one, because you can see the fin, its width isn't as crazy, so it would be able to squeeze in the gap.
I've got more of it. I've got loads of.
This one's a good one as well. If you just flipped it maybe so it was flying, it was swimming towards the back of your leg. Swimming towards the back of your
I'd
leg.
be scared if that was flying 8 meters long.
Mate, they're disgusting. I would never. Was you in a cage?
No.
You just in the water?
Yeah, they're safe.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
It's 65 metre deep water as well.
I would never.
I wouldn't.
I would
normally.
never. I'm thinking it's either this one, which would fit quite easy. Oh, it's the wrong fucking leg.
Wrong leg.
Which would fit quite easily in this gap here because the bird finishes there and that finishes there. Or this one, I think we'd maybe flip it so it's swimming that way.
Yeah.
Obviously you can see more of the body. Maybe I would angle it so it's a little bit narrower. I think probably one of these two.
Yeah.
Which one do you think? I reckon we could squeeze this in somewhere as well. He's an ugly looking fish.
I like the more of the body.
The more of the body one.
I love that photo though. I like that is.
Well, you could just do both.
You could do both.
You could make this one a bit smaller, so it's like in the distance, like swimming away.
Yeah.
Should we try and do both?
Yeah.
Maybe we just overlap them like this. So that is a bit more like that. Yeah, like sort of over and under. You get the best of both there, because I really like this one.
Yeah.
But then you see more of the side of that one. And then you could, if you wanted another little fish, we could probably squeeze him somewhere. I know in proportion it wouldn't make sense. If you wanted a little fish going on, we could.
Yeah.
We'll worry about him another day. I don't think you could pay me to do that.
Yeah, you could. It was only cheap.
Actually, maybe I would. They don't attack people.
Won't go near you.
But you hear about shark attacks. It's not whale sharks.
Not whale sharks.
Is-
These are the
what
biggest
type of
fish
shark?
in the ocean.
What type of sharks do attack people then?
Oh,
All sharks except whale sharks.
they're not a shark. They're a whale. Wait,
A whale shark isn't technically a shark,
they're the biggest fish in the ocean. So,
and a shark's not a fish.
wait, I forget which way around it is. But they're the biggest fish in the ocean. So they're either a shark, I can't remember which way it works.
Someone will be able to tell us. Leave a comment if you know. Is a whale shark a shark or a whale? Or a fish? Yeah. We just realised that whale sharks don't have breathing holes, so they're not whales, because whales are mammals. No, they're not mammals. They breathe it. They breathe, don't they?
Breathe it.
So that mean they're a mammal? No, that can't mean they're a mammal. God, we don't know anything.
Whales are a mammal.
Whales are mammals. Okay.
Let's prove that. Fish in the ocean.
Biggest fish in the ocean. No, the blue whale. But that whale's not a
whale.
fish. Yeah, all right.
It's a mammal.
All right. Why are
We
they called?
discovered This
I know, whatever. Why are they called whale sharks if they're not whales?
Probably because they're the size of a whale.
Okay. Tell me how big is a whale shark in comparison to a blue whale?
Oh, tiny.
Tiny?
Blue whales are huge.
Yeah, but you're telling me a whale shark is huge.
Blue whale. 33 metres.
Dude.
110 feet.
Fucking hell.
I
Okay.
think the largest,
What's the largest whale shark then?
13 metres, I think.
Fucking hell.
Largest recorded.
It's triple the size.
18 metres.
Jeez. And so that's still just over half.
Dead.
My goodness. And it's still only half the size of a blue whale. Bro.
Yeah.
Well, I think it won't be possible to do all these dots like for like, but I'll get as many in as possible so
Work your magic.
it suggests he's a spotty fella. All right, let's measure your leg, mate. All right.
They detune it. They have this Cleo, and it's ridiculous. I've probably got a video about that actually.
Right, I reckon the bottom one is good, but we make the top one a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Teeny bit smaller than that one. Oh, take that out. Right, let's just trim the top of the head. Bloody 45p down the drain. Start a bit lower down. All right, let's test this one. How far is that tip of it there? Can you see that? Is that touching
What, the other toe?
that fin? Yeah,
Nowhere near.
it's not touching it. All right, cool. Yeah, I reckon that looks good. Let's go over to the mirror. Do you want to try and have a look, or do you not really care?
I trust you.
I'm sorry, I don't think you're going to be able to see anyway.
No.
Can you see?
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What else?
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Hairy fairy. Oh, mate, this is going to be...
Disgusting.
You are not going to have fun today, man, honestly.
No.
Nah. You're going to...
This is only one day.
We're going to fall out, I reckon. Cool, mate. Do you want to go check that out?
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
It's quite a lot, to be fair. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's have a look from the front. Okay, yeah, it just sort of creeps around. We could get that fish here.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, you could do it sort of this sort of size. I reckon
I've
that would work.
got all this still.
Yeah, you could stay underwater if you want, or
Yeah.
do whatever. Yeah, I reckon get that little fish in there. That'd be nice. Cool. We got big ink caps today, Ewan. You know what that means, Ewan? Big needles, Ewan.
Lots of pain, Ewan.
Ah! All right, mate. Any last prayers?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Face down. Okay, twist a bit more on your... Yeah, that's perfect. You right like that?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, should we get some tunes on?
Yeah.
Let's get some copyrighted music on. Let's have it.
Oh, yeah.
You're on pause duty. All rightio. You ready?
No, not really, but let's go.
Let's have it.
Do it.
Let's do it, bro. All right.
Yeah. Something like that.
Unfortunately, whilst I was filming all of the tattoo stuff for this video, I didn't realise until afterwards, until I looked on my laptop, that all of the audio was completely corrupted. My microphone must have died, or the connection might have come loose or something, and I just completely didn't realise it until, like I said, at the end of the day. And it's funny because literally all day me and Ewan were listening to music. Normally I just have non-copyright stuff on in the background just to make it easier for editing and things like that. But we were playing some of our favourite bands, and every time I wanted to film, I gave Ewan the remote. Well, Ewan had the remote, and every time I was going to start filming, I was like, Ewan, pause it. And then he'd pause it, so we'd sit in silence. I would tattoo so you can hear the sound of the machine. And then I'd stop filming, and then he'd press play. So literally all day we were doing that. So every clip I filmed, I'd ask him to pause it. And then by the end of it, I realised I didn't even have to do that anyway. Well, had I realised, he would have had to done that anyway, because I would have fixed the microphone. But anyway, so I figured I didn't want to just put music over the top of the video for me tattooing, because I know you guys like that natural, real sound and not just editing with music. I've had a few people leave comments like that, and I prefer it as well, because otherwise I spend ages trying to figure out what song people want to listen to, and I think it gets more boring when you're just listening to a track with no real sound, in my opinion. So yeah, I agree. I'm on the same page as you guys. I want to hear the sound of the machine, and you just feel like you're there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, I didn't want to waste this footage. I still wanted to make a video out of it because it's a cool tattoo. I figured I will answer a few questions and just talk at you guys for a few minutes whilst you watch me blast the back of Ewan's knee with some big freaking needles. Got a 43 mag I'm using, and 33 mags at some of the large areas of the ocean doing the background. I love being able to use those big needles. Not often do I get to use them. Maybe only a few times a month, to be honest, do I get to use those big needles. Absolutely love them. By Cheyenne, 43 curved Magnum by Cheyenne and a 33 curved Magnum by Cheyenne. They are good needles. Most of my needles I'm usually using Quadrim, but for the big ones I like the Cheyenne ones. I'm not sponsored by either of those companies, by the way. Just I buy them out of my own money. I like that's what I use. First question: how long does it take you to design a tattoo? Now, obviously, it's going to depend on the tattoo. It's like saying how long's a piece of string. This particular tattoo, like you saw in the video, there wasn't really any designing going on. It was just figuring out a reference, and the reference in this case was provided by Ewan, my customer. So we just sieved through and picked the best ones, and we found a couple, and then I guess you could say we designed. There was a bit of designing with where the sharks were going, the position and the size. I guess you could say that's a design. So that didn't really take long in this scenario, like what, 5 minutes? But, well, 5 minutes of doing the design and then several, like 15, 20 minutes of sieving through pictures. But if I'm creating something more from scratch, then I've got pretty quick over the years, to be honest. It used to take me a really long time to make designs when I was in my first couple, 2-3 years of tattooing. I think a lot of it was a confidence thing, and also there wasn't as many tools at our disposal now. Like now we have the help of AI, so many different shortcuts, like Ramini for enhancing photos and things like that. There's a lot of things that can speed this up. So yeah, now few hours really. I can even do a full sleeve in like 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes I have to sleep on it and come back to it the next day with fresh eyes, but I will never really spend more than 1 day for even a big project making the design. Something like a forearm maybe, could be even quicker. So once I've got my main reference chosen, that's the thing. Like the bit that takes the longest really is getting my main reference together, whether I'm having to find a portrait on Pinterest of a good foundation that I can draw on top of, or I'm going to use AI and create a face or something that I need as the bulk, and then I'm going to start tweaking it, adjusting colors, drawing over the top, things like that. But once the main reference is in and locked in, that could, just sourcing a reference could take hours. But you never know, like sometimes you get lucky and you have the perfect thing that you need straight away to build off of, and once the foundation is there, the actual drawing on top and that side of things and mapping things out and figuring out the composition, that's a lot faster. That just comes with practice, right? It's like repetitions with anything, like going to the gym or whatever. Once you practice more, it gets a lot faster. So to answer your question, on average 2-3 hours. Big projects 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, stencil can take a long time. Stencil alone can take over an hour. Next question. This one I get all the time, actually. I've been seeing this one pop up in pretty much all my videos. So what stroke is your tattoo machine? That question I get a hell of a lot. I do answer it a lot in the comments, but I guess if it's on different videos, some people aren't seeing it. So the stroke I use mostly at the moment and have been using for about a year now is 4mm. I've had different tattoo machines with all 4mm strokes. I've used other stroke lengths. I've used 4.2s, I've used 3.2s, 3.7s. I think for now, for my style, I find that 4 is like a happy medium. You can go longer strokes, harder hitting machines, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried loads of different stuff. I try to just pick one and stick with it, because then you can really learn it and practice with that. I think if you jump around too much, it can get a bit overwhelming. I've definitely fallen victim to being, what would you say, like a slave to trying new things. Keep thinking that a new thing, or like, I need to change this, I need to change my stroke, I need to change my needle, I need to constantly changing stuff, thinking I'm going to find the answer, like the perfect formula that's going to make me a better artist. But in reality, just being a better artist will make me a better artist. Just more practice, more years doing this. So more recently, I've been quite stubborn with myself and just trying to stick with the same stuff. So 4mm stroke, and seems to be going fine. Some days you do struggle with the skin and you think, oh, maybe I should change my machine. I don't know. There are, I think, a lot you can control with your hand. And I think, do you know what? I'm going to have to make a whole nother separate video on this, because things like stroke, needle setups, ink choices, things like that, they're very common questions that people are asking me. So maybe I'll just make a frequently asked questions video, and so it's easy, you can just navigate to that and find all of that rundown. That'd probably be easier. Moving on. Do I draw for fun or only for tattooing? I'll probably make this the last question because I'm not sure how long we're going on for. I used to draw for fun. I used to always draw, obviously, before I was tattooing, and I never really used to paint before tattooing at all. I'd given it like a little go with acrylics. I never really enjoyed it. I was always drawing graphite, black and grey pencil, and even colour pencil as well. Well, started shifting more towards colour pencil naturally as I was getting more attracted to wanting to do colour tattoos once I started tattooing. But now I don't get time. I'm just tattooing a lot all the time. If I tattoo say 4 or 5 days a week, plus the design time that I have to factor in. So let's just say I did 4 tattoo days. At least 2 extra days on top I'm going to be designing. If I've got 4 different clients, which is rare, I try to group, say like I've got a double day and a double day. So at least then it's only 2 different designs, if that makes sense. And then that's 2 different days where I'm doing the design each. So for 4 tattoos, that's a 6-day week. And then I want 1 day off to actually chill out and not be creative and think about art. Because you definitely can't do it every day, be creative. So on maybe 1 day off that I actually have a week, even then, still doing like admin. I never really have a day off. I don't really feel motivation to draw or paint or anything like that, sadly, because I would like to do more of it. The last time I did a painting was last year, and that was my first time doing oil paints, and I really, really enjoyed that. And then I've started a new oil painting, and I've only done a few hours, like a base coat. I'm sitting in the spare room. You've probably seen it in some of my videos when I'm talking, it's behind me. Just sitting in the spare room, like 1 coat down. I need to get back onto it, but it's just finding time. And now I've got a baby and things like that. It's exhausting, like trying to keep on top of the YouTube videos and do the editing. And yeah, to answer your question, sadly, no, I don't. In the future, I would really love to do more painting, more drawing for fun, more passion projects, which, in turn could become something that I offer as a service. I could be selling paintings and things like that, and then at least I don't feel as guilty for taking time away from tattooing, because I'm still then providing for my family by making money. Obviously, that's what I have to do. I'm an artist. I need to be able to pay to live, and I'm in the UK, so as long as it's only cheap around here. Yeah, definitely have those plans for the future, but at the moment, it's literally just tattooing. It's just tattooing, filming, editing, staying on top of admin, like the emails, social media, and all of that stuff. Is like, I'm a million different people at once in the small business. So yeah, we'll see. As the future goes, we'll branch out some more. All right, mate. We're done.
Yeah.
Did you have a whale of a time?
No.
Was it a bit bitey?
Very. Ow.
It's nothing more satisfying than just big areas of colour.
Yeah.
That is more satisfying to me than the detail. Go have a look in the mirror, mate.
Swollen boy.
Nice. On a scale of 1 to 10, that was a 10, yeah?
Yeah.
That the worst one.
I think so, yeah.
Alright.
9.5.
What would have made it a 10? Like,
Went on any longer.
just get. It's alright, innit? Lift home as well. Bit of Avril Lavigne on the stereo. Forgot to film my dinner. We had chicken. We don't feed all our customers.
Just
to let you know.
Just family.
It's Jodie's cousin.